Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for always coming back. If you are a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate you. And if you are coming here for the first time, thank you for coming. Please consider subscribing because you are going to enjoy whatever comes out from this channel. Alright, so let's go right into the video. Last week I spoke about who a wife is, and today I would like to talk about who a husband is. But first of all, as I did in the last video, let me first of all explain who is qualified. That's a person that is not yet married now but is qualified to be or go after a woman to become a husband to that woman. So for the single guys, if you are here and you want to know what God's mind is for a person that is qualified to wife or find a wife, this is it. So I searched for a scripture that could do this, but the only one that came to my mind is the one in Genesis where the Bible was talking about how it says, therefore shall a man leave father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. So number one thing I would say is this, that God identifies a person that is qualified or that is a potential for marriage or a husband material is not a child, is not a boy, is not a child, is not a boy, but has become a man. And being a man speaks of maturity. Not only maturity in age, but maturity in your thinking, in your growth level, and in your life. So a person that is now a man, it means that you are independent. It means that you are responsible. It means that you can now cater to yourself and somebody else. That is who is qualified as a man. That is number one. Then number two, he says that a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. Now this living here doesn't mean in any way that you should abandon your parents. That is not what the Bible was talking about here. The Bible was just explaining that your level of maturity as calling you a man should be the proof that now you are qualified to leave your father and mother, which means that from this point they are no longer responsible for your life. They are no longer to make decisions for you. It means that you are matured enough to be able to make decisions for you and your family, which now means that the family you are going to have would now be your first priority. Then will you be ready by God's standard to be able to be a husband. So first we said that you are going to be mature as a man. Number two, we said that you are going to be able to live, to take responsibility and take your new home that you are going to be starting to be the most important to you now, which means that you are no longer under the care of your parents, and this is now your new responsibility as a man. So your home is supposed to be run by you and you alone. So you are not a mommy's boy. You are not a person that cannot make decisions. You are not a person that is not wise enough to be able to decide what happens in your home and stand by it, and not allowing third party or parent figure or mentor figure to make decisions in your home. Yes, they can advise, yes, they can suggest, but the decision making is solely made by you, and that is very important. Then the next thing it says is that he shall cleave to his wife. And here I want to emphasize that this means that this person has to be ready to be loyal to one woman. It didn't say cleave to his wives. It says, and they shall become one, and the two. So it's not a man that is wanting to marry multiple women that Bible regards or identifies as a person that is qualified to be a husband. It is the man that is committed to God and takes responsibility to obey. That means this man has to even be a person that fears God, has to be a person that takes the doctrines of God. Very important to know that God is saying this man will leave father and mother and cleave to his wife, and the two of them shall be one. Meaning you are ready to submit to what God has said as regards being a monogamous person, and then now you can be. So as a single man watching this video, ensure that you have been able to mature enough as a man, or you are maturing. So work on maturing, work on being able to be responsible for yourself and getting ready to be able and capable to leave father and mother. Means that you are now able to make decisions for yourself and for your family that you would begin. And also you are committed to cleaving to your wife, being there for her, being responsible to her, ensuring that you guys work together to now become one and then build a beautiful family. So that is who a single man looking forward to being a husband, and is a man that a woman will be willing to follow and submit to, should do, right? So now, when married, this is the responsibilities and what God expects of a husband in the home. Number one responsibility, I don't know why I'm laughing. So the first thing is that the husband is the head. The husband is the head of the home. Ephesians 5:23 speaks about how for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. So as a man, you are the head, and head there means responsibility. Head there means leadership, not dictatorship, but leadership, that you are able to lead your home by yourself as God will lead you. Don't forget that this scripture was talking about how the husband submits to God and the wife submits to the husband. So a man that is qualified to be a husband, now ladies, hear this, should be a man that first submits to God, so that you can confidently submit to him, knowing that it is what God has said he is willing to do. So a husband is supposed to be the head of the home. You are leading as Christ led the church, and Christ led in love and in sacrifice. So you are supposed to lead your home as a husband in love and in sacrifice. So as a husband, your duty and your responsibility is to do as Christ would have done in that position, to lead with love, to lead with sacrifice. So you are sacrificing a lot to ensure that your home works and that your home is a place that people or your family members are happy to be a part of. You're supposed to lead as Christ led, with love and with sacrifice. And this will lead me to the second duty and responsibility of a husband in the home, which is to love, to be a lover, and to be a sacrificer. Ephesians 5:25-28, Bible says that husbands, love your wives. I want to read it. It says, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her, that's sacrifice, to make her holy, cleansing her by washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. So here we see that a husband is supposed to, as Christ did, train or nurture or build your wife, right? So it is the husband's responsibility to nurture his wife. It is your responsibility to love her and take her to the place that she is supposed to be. So a man is a nurturer, he's a lover, he's a sacrificer. So you are sacrificing to ensure that this woman that God has put in your hands is not depreciating but appreciating. She's doing the best. So when you are complaining as a man that your wife is this and is that, it means you have not put the work and you are not aware that it's your responsibility to cater for this bride, right, of yours. So it's in your place to nurture your wife and to help her, sacrificing for her. It says you should die for your wife as Christ died, meaning that daily you should submit yourself to ensuring that this woman is doing better than she was doing yesterday. So it's a man's responsibility to do this. So be a lover and a sacrificer. This love includes spiritual leadership and emotional security. So it's in your place that your wife is led spiritually. So you are supposed to be the leader of the home spiritually. So this notion that is the woman that should be praying, the woman should pray as much as you lead in praying. So the idea is that you lead. You are supposed to lead in every area, including spiritual leadership. And also providing your spouse with emotional security. Your wife is supposed to be secure and know that this person is here for me emotionally. The next is that a man is supposed to be a provider and a protector in his home. And I like the fact that this point says provider and protector, because most times men mistake the responsibility part for only just providing. No, as much as you provide for your wife and for your family, you are also not just to provide and leave them uncovered. You are supposed to be a protector to them. You are supposed to be a covering for them in the home. So not just financial provision, but being present, protective, and caring. So your presence is as much important as your provision. Your caring is much more important, and your protection also important. So they want to see you, they want to spend time with you. Your family wants to know you and not just see that you are providing for them materially. The last point says that the husband is supposed to live with understanding with his family. 1 Peter 3 verse 7, it says, likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered. So here it speaks about how that a man is supposed to learn to live in understanding with his wife. Number one, understand that she's a weaker vessel. Number two, understand that she's a co-heir with you in the grace of Christ. And number three, so that you are ensuring that your prayer is not hindered. This means that in as much as you deal with your wife with understanding and love, the heavens are opened unto you and your prayers will be answered. But a person who decides to maltreat, to live with their spouse with no understanding whatsoever, who forgets that their spouse is a co-heir with them, if you treat your wife as a lower person or as a servant, then you can see that your prayers will not be answered. That is Bible, not me. So 1 Peter 3:7 says this, that the way you treat your wife will determine if you have an open or a closed heaven when you pray. So in as much as a single man gets to hear this and prepares for this, you would enjoy marriage. And a married man that hears this decides to begin to do this, if you were not doing it before, you will see the change and the trajectory of your marriage going to a new and a beautiful level. So this is the end of this video, but I would also like to know your thoughts. What do you think about this? Is there something you think that I didn't mention as regards what a husband is supposed to do or to be? Let me know your thoughts right down in the comment section. And if you've gotten here, please like this video. Please share this video to somebody you think it will be helpful to. And also don't forget to drop your comments right down in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in my next one. But till then, bye.